Good evening and welcome to the Courtesy Flash. Tonight we're going to be playing video games, as they're known colloquially in the United States of America. And joining me tonight is Mr. Tex.
Good day!
Good day, sir. How are you?
Good day.
How are you this evening, this fine evening?
I am fine. I have received a missive of meat from Meme Machine.
Yes, he did. He sent us some hickory-seasoned Strive beef biltong.
Biltong! It's basically dried meat. It's delicious.
It is. I like it.
You should. It's meat.
I usually do. So, last time we left off, we were in the mines of Mori, the Wheel Clan, which is not copyright.
No, different. Distinctly similar, but different.
Yes. And while we were down there, a lot of traps happened, and there were some explosions, as you remember.
So many explosions.
Too many to count. And I know what you're thinking. Wow. Well, what happens next? Well, I'm glad you asked. Because if you're like, guys, is it time for another sewer level? Guess what? Yes, it is.
I forgot we had unfinished business in the sewers that was higher level. And now that we're higher level, we're going back.
And no MREs yet, Carl.
No MREs yet, but they are on their way. They are on their way.
Mike and Tex turned into two toilets. I have. Did we? Tex looked over at me like, what?
What?
How dare you?
What?
Let's see if I can adjust my microphone just a little bit. That's not
adjust microphone.
Okay.
Here we are. Zombies.
Yes.
All right. Now we're in the fight. Shit, the dog.
G-Win says, this is what I've been looking forward to.
I need the meat.
He needs meat.
I need the meat. Meat.
Thunderclap Sasquatch says, I just sat down on the toilet.
Nice.
That's right. Top hats on and monocles in, gentlemen.
I can't hear the game, Mike.
Oh, here. Let me do that for you. All right, that was a little loud. There we go.
Oh, worry not, friends.
Damn, still waiting on my clan box. Yes, of course.
Dead. Now that I have a gun, this is great.
Yes. But yeah. Microphone turtlet watching. So since this is Mori, are you the Fellowship or the Balrog now?
Give me time.
How much time? Whoa. Woden Curse gave us a quarter, and he says, Happy Monday, sirs. You've been in the sewers so long, it's reminding me of Monster A Go-Go.
All right, I need to back off.
That sounds like a reference to something neither I or Tex know about.
Nope.
Is it anime?
If it's anime,
yeah. I think I might be able to, because I'm not an anime guy, but I think I can convince Tex to, walk through some Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah,
it's one of the only few I actually enjoy.
So somebody had said I need to watch that. I think I saw an episode once.
Good music. Plot happens. It's great. It's short, too. It's not a long series. I think it's only one season. I think. God, I hope it's only one season. Because if it's like 28 episodes, I'm going to be really mad. I'll be like, nah, we're not watching that. I'm sorry, but 28 episodes of one show is too much. Unless it's 24.
Oh, my God. Why would there be 28 episodes of 24?
No, 24 episodes of 24.
I was gonna say like 28.
No, that was a show that captivated me randomly.
What do you mean?
Because it was just a cool concept. Every hour was a hour in the day.
Isn't it always there's some terror event that causes him to stay up for a day or something?
Yes. In the first season, you can actually see him get tired. In the second season, he's a superhuman. And on, yes. Technically, King of the Hill is anime, so you did watch that at least.
Yes, I did.
Let me just turn these up. There we go. How's that, Mr. Tex? Is that better?
Fine and dandy like cotton candy.
There we go. until the Netflix makes a live-action version. Oops.
Netflix has some good shows, but not all the way through.
No, we just got done watching Punch Man episode, or not Punch Man, because that's what I keep calling it. Daredevil season 2. We call it Punch Man because he just keeps punching people.
He just beats people down with his hands until he gets like beat up.
Yeah, he gets his ass kicked. I think the effects crew just like, let's just make this actor look like he's been in boxing matches every scene. He just like shows up as a blind guy, like, oh yeah, I fell down some stairs, and everyone's just like, no,
yeah,
that's
I guess that
fucking
happens.
Why is it in the shape of a ring?
Who beat you in the face? Nobody.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess.
But yes, we just finished season 2 of Daredevil together, and season 1 was really cool. It was really good. Season 2, I like the Punisher.
Yeah, but Vincent D'Onofrio.
D'Onofrio really carries that show.
So well.
Yes.
He's such a great
That's
actor.
why I'm thinking season 3 is going to be much better when we get to it.
I really like season 1. I generally don't like superhero movies. I find them, or shows, I find them kind of boring.
Yeah. Nugsy says, I feel Daredevil is actually a gritty remake of the movie Super. I recommend Redline for the animation quality. That's the thing. I'm not I like animation, but I don't want to watch 28 episodes of it. Give me the 10-minute version of the best animated parts. That's all I need.
I don't hate the idea of shit like anime. I don't hate the idea of it. I just find that often in any show, the first thing I criticize is story, plot, and writing. It's just all of that goes in one hand. And I'm not sure if it's a cultural thing or what have you, but I find that a lot of anime has exposition problems where you'll run into some random guy in the middle of the road and he will turn around and Hideo Kojima exposition dump you in a way that is barely relevant to the story, because you'll go, why did this character say this at this point? Is this poignant? Is this foreshadowing? No, it's just something the author wanted to communicate through a chosen mouthpiece. And I get bored at it. I just roll my eyes.
I get it. People are impressed by spectacle, but yeah, when it becomes a mouthpiece for whatever the writer is trying to do, it just feels unnatural. Sire says, so this reminds me of the time me and my buddy Jeff had to go and unclog in a massive fucking blockage under his stepmom's house. At least she said she was his stepmom. I think she wasn't, because I've never seen somebody suck that much face with their mother while groping her chest. Anyway, so we had to unclog the blockage. Jeff was like, hey man, why don't we just make some homemade explosives and remove this blockage? It'll be sweet. That's his story. No follow-up. That's it.
With every passing sentence, I believed him less.
Yes. Monster Go-Go is a Mystery Science Theater 3000 episode.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things where I'm not sure if it's I don't dig Japanese storytelling, because I don't think that's true, because I've read history written by Japanese historians, and I think it's really good. And I've read books by Japanese writers, and I think it's really good. And I've seen Japanese movies, mainly some of the older stuff.
Yeah.
Where who's that guy that Tarantino always quotes and rips off?
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, his cinematography is still taught in classes today. But what I was gonna say is, hold on.
Because I'm not saying I don't like Japanese culture.
No.
Or their
I don't think anybody.
style.
I don't think anybody really with a brain thinks that.
Well, yeah.
I think people who are in the cult of anime might think that, but they're not watching us anyway, so whatever.
No, they're just mad because it's
they wouldn't turn to us because we're real people and we're not animated. We're not.
Well, there was
anyway.
Yeah.
You wait. You're gonna see a Mike and Tex fucking anime, and you're gonna. It's gonna be. We're gonna make it, and it's gonna be good. People are gonna be like, this redefines the genre. That's how
genre.
Yeah. Let's see what's going on here. Wraith says, just caught up on Discovery. Actually enjoyed it. Well, hold on. That's pretty nice, Wraith. Let me just click on this. All right, Wraith, Star and Band. No, I'm kidding.
You can like what you like.
You can like it. There's some decent parts in Discovery. Just they're kind of hard to get to. I really liked Anson Mount in season 2 of Discovery. I think he was the best part because he played Captain Pike so well. Because he seemed like he did research or like he watched the show. Yeah, 200 episodes. One Piece has 1,000 episodes. No, thank you. Anime has a subtlety problem. If it has a philosophical point to make, a character will turn to a camera and blurt it out at you. Yep, Floorsuck makes a point there.
Well, that's generally my issue.
Yeah.
Is the style of that just doesn't jive with me.
No.
And it's one of those things where I God, it was a few months ago. There's a guy who has a BattleTech painting stream on Twitch where he paints BattleTech minis and he talks about BattleTech while painting, and he's got, a nice good audience, like 40-50 people I think watching him. Really cool guy, and he was a fan of my work, and he kept asking me, hey, if I'm on stream, would you mind watching? And I said, sure, no problem. And I watched him paint, and I was like, wow, man, this guy's a really good fucking painter. He's just such a good fucking painter. And so he said, yeah, Tex is watching, and blah, 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 and Tex is watching, and blah, blah, blah. And I said, fuck, I'll just call in, because I had his Discord information. So I just rang him up, and he put me on in the middle of the stream. And he and I just talked while he painted. And that was kind of zen, watching somebody do, like, the Bob Ross of BattleTech painting. Just talking and sitting there and having a little sip of his whiskey or whatever, and just go back to sitting there painting these beautiful, intricate little things. And I thought that was really cool. And one of the things that really, blew my mind is someone's like, Tex, do you like this or that? And I didn't know what he was talking about, because it was other mecha-based anime stuff. And he said, this one fan of his was like, don't you like this? Don't you like that? And I was like, no. And the guy's like, well, here's the article link, to check it out. And I looked at it, and here's why I hate it. It's the subtlety problem.
Yeah, that's what everyone's saying.
Where you have, it's like, in the grim
Kurosawa,
darkness,
yes, thank you.
Kurosawa, thank you. Yeah, but it's one of those things where it's like, in the grim darkness of the future, mankind is locked in the inevitable struggle of eternal conflict for its survival. Planets have burned, the skies have been darkened, and now 14-year-old kids have to fight it out while going to wacky high school. And you're like, what the fuck?
You have to understand, part of the reason why Tex likes BattleTech isn't just because of the mechs alone. He likes the why. And so if he looks at anime's mechs and looks at the why for them and who's piloting them, interest will drop suddenly when it's a 14-year-old girl like, I'm the best there ever was. We're a part of the mech team. And it's like, I get it, that's goofy fun, and I'm sure people enjoy that. But Tex likes why. He likes big, scary universe. And
I love big, scary universe, but it's like, I could just talk about BattleTech and battle mechs in the sense of, it's got missiles and it blows stuff up. And that's kind of how I started Tex Talks BattleTech.
Yes.
Very simple. But then I started digging into the why. And then you start getting into the human element.
That's good. Anime is made for teenagers because Japanese adults don't have lives.
Well, there is a point to that.
I know. That's why I'm laughing. It's a very sad thing, too.
No, well, it's kind of like that corporate drone thing. Where the guy, the Japanese have a word for it. It's salaryman.
Salaryman, yes.
Yeah. But in Japanese, they add that they call it salaryman, and I know it's a kind of a bastardization of the American salaryman, but it has its own meaning in their culture, where you're the yes man at corporate. You show up before the boss shows up. You leave after the boss leaves. You put in quiet, docile work your whole life. And so the anime becomes kind of that escapist notion of it. It's that riot against everything that holds you down.
Yeah.
Because everything must conform and it must be normalcy. I get that. I get that. But having chosen to not live my life like that, I don't, I guess, appreciate it in the same way.
Right. And it's the same problem. A lot of people who look at like their different interests, You have people who are just overly obsessed who can ruin it for you.
Well, yeah. I mean,
And
any fandom can ruin what they love.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Michael even says, you trust your company to complete your life.
No, and
your life belongs to the company.
Right. And
you trust your boss to find your wife for you.
Well, right. But it's surrendering yourself to a greater power and having absolute faith in it.
Yeah.
And one of my friends summed up my way of thinking quite well, even though I disagreed with him on the notion when he said it. He said, Tex, you're a man who would box God, but your arms are too short. And I'm a bit of a contrarian.
You do punch up.
I do. I absolutely do. And I'm fine with that. It's just, I don't know. But I do think artistically you're correct that the fandom can be destructive, I should say, to what they love. Because Emperor Lemon on YouTube did a wonderful video on it talking about how Rick and Morty Season 1 was this breakthrough amazing show. And then Season 2 was...
You don't have enough more room for your trash.
No.
You can't make any more.
Yes, I can.
Your Trash Panda's package... All right, you need to put that... Who's got... All right, what's her name? Linda? That's her name, Linda.
No, I need more trash.
No, tell her to carry shit.
I need more trash, Mike.
What's her name? Linda? She looks like a Linda. What's her name? Jaina. Okay, Linda. Tell her.
Linda, Jaina, come here.
Yeah, young Buck. Thank you. Yeah, no, and I think we all have that. Lydia? Yeah. Mike, I was playing Fear today, and I just remembered why I love it. You can do a scrambles run, and the corner lane buttons make you bob and weave while you box and jump around and kick enemy stuff. I love that about Fear. It's my favorite. Fear is not like the best game ever made. I love Fear for a lot of reasons. It was the first game that I ever pre-ordered because the demo hooked me, where it was like, you have spooky shit going on, but then I was able to flying kick people. And that's all I needed. I needed to fucking step into the squared circle, son.
Oh, yeah. No, Fear's great. Had really great AI, had really good weapons, and had a good atmosphere.
Fear is what I think that's the closest you'll get to like a first-person shooter anime. Because that's what it felt like. It just felt like a John Woo movie, just constantly.
Wasn't there a John Woo... I want to say it was on Xbox. I want to say there was a John Woo game. I want to say there was.
Yeah. Probably. I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, dude, they have anime about gardening. I mean, come on. It's like someone pointed that out. Thank you. Imagine if your character was captured and robbed and all the robbers find is literal garbage. Talk about earned disappointment.
Oh, hell yes.
Let's see here. Nick Jack says, Michael's an operations manager in the automotive industry. He says the Koreans are the same way, but the upside is they hire strippers and bring booze to business meetings.
Yes, they do.
That's awesome. Let's see. And I know that everyone... you weren't the first person to ask me to check out Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans because they go out of their way to not be anime trope. I know that. A friend of mine who's...
wait. They can only send one guy now.
It's like the end for you.
Yeah,
shit. Oh, fuck. Here, fight my zombie. Fight Weak Hulk. Weak Hulk, coming for you. I'm going to stab you.
Nope. Oh, wow, he's got a sword.
I've got a sword.
So do my guys. Oh, I also have an attack dog.
Help! The dog bit me. Ragged fighter. Bye. He took a couple swings at yeah, guy was he's like, I'll fight to the death.
What a moron. But no.
Oh, do you guys have a favorite obscure movie that you think needs more exposure? That's right. It is The Forbidden Project.
Yeah, Colossus, The Forbidden Project, or Robot Jocks.
Robot Jocks is great too.
Outland. In honor of Sean Connery,
Outland. Yeah, Outland. The Space Station 13.
The Space Station 13 movie.
Yes.
Outland. I think it's the 84 or 87. It was made in the 80s. It is basically Space Station 13.
And Sean Connery's the main character.
Sean Connery is a space cop with a sawed-off shotgun.
He doesn't play shit security. He plays legit security.
Yeah.
While everyone else is shit curity. Yeah.
It's such a good movie.
Knife Fight City 1, we're working on it, as in the music anyway.
Knife Fight City.
Yeah. Knife Fight City.
Gonna fight. Yeah.
Goat was like over here, we were like jamming out.
See, look, all the bodies that turn into junk piles. Saves me time.
Yeah, now you know what you could pick up.
Yep.
Oh, he dropped a bow and arrow.
Nope.
No, thank you. Yeah, we were watching second season of a fucking Daredevil, and it's like, oh no, like all the things that made him human in the first season, it seemed like he had all these odds against him. Like now he's just fighting ninjas on the rooftop with.
That's so boring.
Yeah, it's like, dude, nobody cares about ninjas. Ninjas are not impressive. I'm sorry, they're really not. They were like over the 80s did them.
No. Ninjas are impressive when there's one.
Yes.
When there's that one, you don't see him. People just, you see scenes of somebody.
Yes.
Going,
I
was, you see some bad guy on the phone. He's like, yes, your cocaine will be there on Friday. Ah, ha, ha. And he turns around and like a sword cuts him in half.
Yes.
And they're like, a ninja got him. He was in a locked room with 8 guards around it, and no one saw who entered. And you're like, oh yeah, ninja. And then you have the ninja kill everyone who could help, all throughout the whole season. And then at the very end, he has to fight the ninja.
No, to Square makes a good point. Surely not everybody was kung fu fighting in that season. That should have been the whole theme song of that second season, was everybody was kung fu fighting.
Yeah, but when you have an army of ninjas, everyone expects them to be total pushovers. Everyone expects them to be like, oh yeah, he's going to hit him twice and he dies. The end.
No, what they did wrong was they tried to combine the Punisher and Elektra.
Well, they wanted to create 8 spin-off shows.
Yeah, and it's like, just make one. And then I watched season 3 on the way back from Phoenix a couple of years ago, and I really liked it. So I think we'll be in a better place with that one, because I don't remember it being like 50 ninjas on a rooftop and like oh no, they're shooting arrows at us and the cops are doing nothing. It's like, there's something I pointed out when we were watching it, and they do this in Marvel movies, any movie like that they're set in New York City, nobody's driving. Like, they'll be on, like, streets where there's, like, fucking nobody. They're like, all right, we're going to sneak up in the house. I'm like, have you ever been to New York City? You can't go anywhere. There's cars someone's going to see you do shit. There's no shady fucking place. You have to go to, like, a pizzeria or something and, like, go to the back room. There, I could believe that. But when you're like, let's do a drive-by, and they're like, the only car on the street, I'm like, no. That's impossible. No, because there's too many fucking tourists in New York City. There's no way you're gonna have your super bad guy villain drive by, and then some guy from Ohio is like, oh, I think this is the wrong turn. I think we're going the wrong way. And that's not how people in Ohio sound. It's like Boston, but you know, it's just. I'm like, come on, show New York City how it really is. It's weird. They're like, nobody goes to Hell's Kitchen. I'm like, Hell's Kitchen's fucking parking, man. Of course they go there. Find wherever you can go to get parking. Punisher Season 1 was excellent. Punisher Season 2 was unfortunate. I can agree with that. Because Punisher Season 1 just established the character and told his story. Season 2 is just like, oh, I guess I'm going on a road trip.
Why does he need to do a road trip? Is he out of bad people?
No, I just think they get these great actors to play these things. Netflix does this. It's like, I think they just suck at Season 2s.
Well,
we watched Altered Carbon Season 1, and
Altered Carbon Season 1 was great.
And then Season 2 was like, hey, let's get the people who made Luke Cage to make that. I'm like, oh, okay, well, can you do good? Like, it was just not a good show. You misused all those great actors in Season 2 of Altered Carbon to make like a shitty melodrama about nothing. Nothing happened that was important.
No.
They're like, let's show the big bad aliens that everyone was talking about. Why? Don't show that. The mystery's gone. You just ruined it.
They were so terrible because it was like, what does the alien
like
want?
Dragon-like creatures?
I want revenge. But why? It in Altered Carbon Season 1 was like beautiful neo-noir. And then Altered Carbon Season 2 was, like, what? minutes.
Yeah.
Ow.
In fairness, Altered Carbon series gets weird. Yeah, well, it does. I get that. However, it just doesn't... It didn't do weird right. It had a great premise in the beginning, and they were like, no. We're just going to do whatever the fuck they did. John Berthel's Punisher screaming reminds me of Scrum. Yes. I at least want to, like, if we don't watch... We'll watch the first season of Punisher at some point, but that screaming is definitely Scrumbles, because he just goes... No, he just goes... and he starts stabbing people and ripping their fucking spines out and shit. You're like, oh my god. He's fucking stabbing people with pencils. He's just brutal.
Scrumble-like.
Yes.
By the way, sometime this week...
Wraith, nobody knows where they were heading with Season 2 of Altered Carbon.
That was the issue, is it was so promising.
What were you going to say?
Oh, sorry. I'm thinking that what's really interesting is soon, this week actually, you shall see the first in a long series of episodes, a new regular playthrough of mine, of Scrumbles the Mech Warrior, which we actually shot a few episodes here on this couch with multiple people.
It's the first Let's Play I think we've ever done, like, as a group. It was a group Let's Play. It was interesting.
Yeah,
and it was really... It felt like a podcast.
Yeah, you won't see those episodes for probably a month or two.
Yeah.
Because of how much I shoot in advance, but...
Oh, no. Yeah, don't worry. We have MREs coming. Gaphook just told me that he has one. He sent me a picture of it.
Oh, good. Yeah, the 1980s ones. So you can relive Wolverines.
So, it's on its way. And I will get them. It's just, postal service is slow right now. So
it's a little busy.
Yes. Botulism. Oh, God, I hope not. Take all 5 fingers of death. Don't worry, I will eat all of them. I will eat all of them.
Look, if you open that and it hisses and it smells bad, don't eat it. That's simple.
Put it in the microwave. It'll be fine.
That'll
nuke all bad things.
No, that's not.
Put it in the look. If it's 5 fingers of death, you put it in the microwave until they whistle. We have whistling weenies.
Oh my god.
We wake them whistle until they pop, so that way you know they're done. So you, and you're like, all right, cool. Dogs are done. You're talking to a hot dog cooking pro over here.
Mike, this is going to end in one of our deaths.
That was a joke. Don't die, Crow.
No, I mean, look, we have plenty of Febreze. So if we open one up and it stinks the whole house up, we're gonna blast it with Febreze and throw it in the fireplace.
Okay.
Now, here's a fun bit of Arcanum. This dick, he's just sitting there.
Yeah, he's just waiting.
But he's not the only guy in this room either.
Nope.
Yep.
This is a tough area.
Yes, it is. That's why I went to go steal that gun.
Can we get a BPL MRE? Yeah, it would be filled, like, immediately you open it and you're blasted with fire.
All right, Virgil.
Heal dog. Yeah.
Heal Virgil. Dog fine. I just need
Botulism toxin doesn't go away if you microwave it, Pink Noodle? You don't know that. How have you don't I want to see your scientific paper on you.
See, there he is.
Okay.
He's hiding in the furnace.
Yes, the seething mass. He's just fucking back there being in.
Yep. I saw this the first time in the game. I got surprised once. And ever since then I've been like, nope.
Not again. Hey guys, Jeff Bezos won't let me give you his dirty sub, so set up for the stupid message. Also, Pop-Top Ravioli MREs when? If they come, I will eat them, but I'm not going to seek them out.
Dynamite. Scroll of Sense Invisible and Traps, and more of the same letter from these people.
Don't worry, I'm not going to cause another pandemic by me eating some poor, shitty food. I'll be fine.
Oh my god, that would be the worst. Be like, new pandemic found related to shit-tier streamer and YouTuber.
Yeah, fucking hot dog pandemic. It gives everyone hot dog fingers. That's the only thing it does.
Ugh.
Yeah, so your hands you're like, yeah, they're just really thick now.
Oh, you know what's really crazy? You know what's really crazy? I don't really want to talk about the pandemic too much because everyone's talking about it. But
yeah.
Stagger showed me something new and horrifying.
Oh God, what did Stagger show us?
There is a
nice.
There is a condition known as COVID toe.
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, that was fucking weird.
It looks a lot like athlete's foot, but worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah.
So bizarre.
I'm with you, Perky. That's a big ew for me too.
By the way, this is the other side of that barricade from the entrance. Fun fact.
Yeah, yes. I mean, we could take time to move all that out of the way, but we're adventurers. Why would we do that?
Or just burn it. Okay, now here's the problem. These are brute fangs. These are level 20. They are just as dangerous as the dog. So dynamite, right? Explosives.
Lots of that. Looking for that veggie omelet. Well, Ryder, that's because you probably want me to throw up on stream.
Okay, so he took like 30 hit points off me in one go.
So now I need some kind of crazy crossover between Cocaine Ninja, Robot Jocks, Hot Dog Pandemic, and suddenly I understand Season 2 of Ultimate Carbon. You just like, I get it now. It all makes sense.
Wow, that dog killed me.
I saw.
Oh my God. Yeah, these things are nasty.
Those dogs are mean. I remember when I went in through here, I thought I was just like shit at the game, but this is just genuinely hard, even when you're actually leveled for it.
Yeah. There's a lot of shit that... Yeah, okay, see, dead.
Yes.
And dog's dead. And I will be next. Yeah, Arcanum is not easy.
Are you ready for your US MRE number 4 from the 80s, Mike? I am. And I know that's you, Yafuk. I apologize I didn't answer to your message earlier. I was in the middle of work. So I will, yes.
Mike had his first day of his new job today.
Yeah.
Everyone congrats him.
Thank you.
I want to see a grats.
I watched a lot of HR stuff. That was it. It's like HR day.
You are not allowed to smell fingers that are not your own.
Yes. Do not eat the paper at the office. I was like, oh, is that a problem I should be aware of?
Hey, look, it's these little guys, but there's lots of them.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
You should not microwave hot dogs due to possible formation of cholesterol exudation products. Psyduck, come in here with that fucking science. Go back to the kitchen where you're better.
Look, there's one of the thieves that was sent in here, and he's losing.
Psyduck is a great cook, by the way. I played Overcooked with him yesterday. He's fantastic. He totally doesn't push people off the bridge and throw rice in their face and on the floor. Great cook.
All these little shits, all they have is handfuls of gold.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Office paper is delicious. Carbon paper is a special treat.
What about plotter paper?
Oh, no.
Hey, they summoned a jaguar or a mountain lion or something.
This looks like our Shadowrun game. It's like, nice.
Don't worry. I'm going to solve this.
We're like...
Die!
See, I know Molotov cocktails are supposed to just catch people on fire. In this game, they just explode.
Well, they do explode in real life, too. Then they catch things on fire.
You're going to get it now, throwing rice.
Just tell a savage hound to go attack these little guys. It's great.
Arcanum got me through so many days and nights of early 2000s lonely times, and I still play it. When I found out that the Maniacs and the BPL played it as well, and still do, well, my dark, cranky old goat heart almost grew 3 times sizes that day. Yes, I had the same thing, Arcan. I did. It was a game I shared with my grandmother. She loved this game, and watching her play it made me go, man, when's my turn? Watching her play games made me go, man, I really can't wait to play. Because she made them look easy. But she kept spreadsheets and wrote everything down. She still used a dot matrix printer.
Nice.
That fucking thing was so loud. Plotter paper is like fruit by the foot, except it tastes like blue.
You're right. And ammonia. My dad's an engineer, so he had a plotter at home in the early 90s when he was doing stuff, and it was fucking hilarious. He's like, I'm gonna print something, the fucking lights dim.
Tex, you made that Jaguar a smoked Jaguar.
Oh, nice.
That was a good one, probably.
By the way, Pablo, if he's watching, this is the correct size for a dwarf home. It's not 4 tiles.
Yeah, he always goes in, whoa, the extravagance in this room. Wow.
There's room to turn around in my Dwarf Fortress forts, and Pablo gets mad at it. He's like repulsed at it.
He's just like, why is there so much room in here? Man, you could put a kitchen and a dining room.
He gets mad. He's like, this is wasteful.
His Firebolt did nothing wrong. Yeah, I will record more Daggerfall. Actually, they've updated it twice since my last playthrough.
Oh, what did they add?
Didn't really look. I just saw they updated it.
Probably fixes.
Most likely fixes for quests that end up being like dead ends. But as many people point out in the comments of those videos, I apparently do not read that closely to the instructions. And I realized they wrote that game like a lawyer writes a fucking quest. And I'm like, okay, so I have to really pay attention to where they're saying.
Nothing like shooting a violent little murder gnome with a gun as big as it is.
Isn't that kind of like what the Ratlings are in 40K?
Yes. Well, no, they're hobbits, but they're like Irish hobbits. They're like, all right, let's go get a pints, and then they sing and fight. And
they get in a clown car.
Yeah.
Tex, does Pablo live in one of those tiny homes?
No, he doesn't. He does not.
My grandmother played a lot of RPGs, man.
Remember that guy that left that insane comment?
Yeah, I do. That was hilarious. He was like, I'm tired of hearing about your fucking grandma. Who gives a shit?
He was like, I don't want to hear about your dead grandma. Just play the game. And I was like, oh my God.
Silent playthrough of Daggerfall. That sounds like a great time.
Yeah, and I was like, I can't show this to Mike. Mike would get so sad. And then Mike read it and died laughing.
Yeah, because it's a nonsensical insult. It's pretty hard to insult me because I've pretty much heard everything.
The only thing that makes Mike
I know
mad,
this is hard to believe, but I was picked on and teased as a kid a lot. I know it's hard to believe.
It makes you tough. That shit makes you tough.
Yeah.
But no, I remember like I can take insults just fine. It's the crazy insults that I have trouble with.
Yeah.
Like it where you're like, what? Okay, traps.
They shoot shit like, yeah, and I bet you like potato salad too. And you're like, what? Sometimes, yeah. Look, yeah, I bet you do. You kind of go with like, okay, is that so? You're like an Urban Dictionary, like looking this up, like what does this mean?
Yeah, is this slang for something worse? God, that does make you feel old, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Shit. Okay, in this fucker here, he's level 20, right?
I'm a dark elf thief. No, I can see in the night.
Level 20. So if you play this in real time, this guy is like a goddamn machine gun. He will hit you like 30 times. Oh, it's horrifying.
Yeah.
I may need to turn this into real time very quickly. Let's see if this community patch fixed his problem. Oh, yeah. Look at
that. Yes, I cannot take compliments either, Bowser. That's absolutely right. And yes, I did fluff pillow for Tex because he asked very nicely.
Yeah, I did.
If anybody else did, I'd be like, are you fucking serious? I still would have been like, all right, this is one time. I'm too nice. I can't help myself. I'm not saying I'm a nice guy. I have nice tendencies.
You have nice guy tendencies.
But I could be fucked up. I mean, I could say like, you know, F you. See, look at that. That was mean.
It was mean, Mike. And the internet will
I feel
remember
bad
it.
now.
I know you do. It's that Midwest sensibility, man.
That dog was a blue cattle dog? I think so. I think that's what they based the dog on.
Yeah, it's the Mad Max dog.
Yeah.
Oh my God, did you see that tramp? Holy shit.
That took away a lot of health. So if magic causes technology to do the bad thing, can you get murder Gandalf to go around hugging gun havers until they explode?
Probably. So I'm going to use this Scroll of Sense Invisible and Traps, and I don't think it worked.
There is no room for that item. Maybe you have to put it on your bar.
Or no, it shows that it was used. All
Okay.
right.
Well, you used it.
Yeah, it's not showing. Yeah, I am completely technologied out.
Yeah, you're too much technology. You're like, this stuff doesn't work.
Sometimes that stuff does, even though you're so tech-based it hurts.
Thank you for the courtesy, Walter.
Scrolls are generally the last thing that will work, technology-wise. Like the scroll of exiting, you saw me use that earlier, even though it shouldn't have worked. All right, there's another one in the corner.
It's a blue healer, Jazz points out.
Ah.
Scroll of detect traps. Instructions. Poke traps with scroll to verify existence of trap.
Scroll of detect lightning, 1 foot radius.
You use it and a guy goes, nope, no lightning. And you're like...
No, you turn it on and lightning flies by you and you go, I think that was lightning. And you're like, thank God for that trap.
Oh, God, there's so many traps in this area.
I love how you find out why there's so many traps, though.
Yes.
It's that one guy who's been laying traps for like 100 years. He's just trapped everything.
He's like, how did you get down here? We're like, I just walked through everything.
Yeah.
It's like, how? How did you survive? It's
I
like...
used the Scrumbles method.
I just did. I'm here.
I have hard feet. Where is he?
The staff of detect lightning. Big metal staff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. T-Square says, really enjoyed the Parkitect video. Haven't left that hard in a long while.
I made some great roller coasters.
Yes.
Look at Virgil. Guy hiding in the corner.
Oh, yes. I appreciate that, Taylor. I've actually had somebody else in my life like that I don't talk about very often, but I relate. Let's just say that much. But yeah, we were playing Overcooked last night in the Legion, and it was a deputy, Amber, Psyduck, and myself cooking food, and it was the funniest thing because we're just sitting up there like, all right, put the wheat in the mixer, and we're like this kitchen has an elevator, and we're just going up and down the elevator with the different food. I'm like, no, I'm not going down there. Watch this, Kobe, and I throw the flour, and it goes out of the bounds of the map, and I'm like, fucking 2 points. That's what I'm talking about. And Amber's just like, oh dear God.
Oh God, I'm gonna die.
No, you're fine. You didn't die. That was only, you have 5 health. I mean,
Poison level.
You're fine. That was perfect.
Oh my God. Such a ball breaker. That's it.
And Tex and I came up with a really good idea for another Parkitect.
Yes, we did.
Which also includes Planet Coaster. Planet Coaster is a game that I got, I think, about a month and a half ago. And it's not a game I would play normally. It's a little bit simmy, like too much so. But it allows me to make whatever I want, so I come up with a couple of ideas.
Yeah.
Tex came up with a couple of ideas. So we're going to probably put that to action. Yeah, you have to admit Virgil's commitment is great.
Come on, you little shits.
Oh, Carl says I went to college with the guy who made Parkitect. He was talking about it all the way back then.
Oh, that's awesome. Put me in touch with that guy. I'd love to show him some of my ride. Send him my ride video, and then watch him cry.
Oh, you just killed your first walker in No Man's Sky. The trick shotguns. Also, just dig a hole, and the AI goes, "Oh, where did he go?" And then you just shoot him in the crotch. That was nice.
Kobe.
Carl says, I haven't talked to him in like 6 years. It sounds like a contact you can make, buddy.
Yeah, just be like, hey, remember that game you talked about? Check this out. And then he'll be like, why did you never talk to me or my son ever again?
Yeah. A very angry housekeeper told that Taylor's grandma went and banged on every door of the floor asking if this was her room. Yeah, I can imagine.
I love it when they scream.
Does anime train you to spot traps?
No.
No. If anything, it trains you into realizing that anybody could be anybody. That's just the magic of it.
It's true.
Carl, I fucking hate LinkedIn too. I had to actually make an account today and I'm mad.
LinkedIn is a way for recruiters and HR professionals to try to attract you to jobs you are not qualified for or they are unqualified to advertise for.
I got asked why I didn't have one, and I basically said, I just don't like spyware. And they're like, fair enough. I mean, yeah, they understand. They're the kind of people I'm able to work with, so they're just like, yeah, like, oh, yeah, fair enough, but you still need one anyway.
Oh, funny thing.
Because all the training and shit.
A guy in the Legion told me that he was listening to the podcast, the recent one where I went on a rant about Six Sigma 6, and his boss, the CTO of the company, came in when I went on that rant, and he listened to it. And he goes, is this true? And the guy I know goes, well, I'd probably look it up. And the guy looked it up, and he canceled all the Six Sigma 6 programs for the company.
That's excellent.
Because the people who obeyed Six Sigma 6 in that company were the least productive divisions.
Oh, that's so good. That makes me feel, I'm glad.
Less flow charts, more freedom.
Look, if you're somebody who dedicated. If they dedicated your life to Six Sigma 6, then you just need to go out and get like a useful cert.
Six Sigma 6 is the McDojo of project management.
Just go out and go into something that you're actually good at. If you don't know what that is, find it.
No, I'm saying
it's never too late.
Six Sigma 6, Agile Lean, all that bullshit is the McDojo of project management. It's that whole sense of just going, you go in, you get your magic belt or whatever, and then you're suddenly an expert.
Yes. I'm just saying, like, go out, learn a trade.
Learn a trade.
Because I'm not saying that, maybe you believe Six Sigma 6 and now you're starting to realize that maybe it wasn't the greatest, because I know that in order to believe it, you have to kind of join the cult of it. But
that or the company made you do it.
That's always how it learn a trade. You never know.
Yeah, it's in one of the things I'll tell
job
people,
security will definitely come from a trade.
Well, it's not only that. There's a million great certs out there.
Yes.
If you said, I could become Six Sigma 6 black belt certified, or I could learn, I don't know, how to run a Cisco server. I know which one I'm going to choose. I'm going to choose the one that has job openings.
Exactly. Death Sandwich, the second I made that account, I went in there and I disabled every single privacy option. Or, all the, let us send stuff to third parties, allow people to find you. I'm like, nope, no one's going to look for me. I don't want people in my previous jobs to come looking to see what I'm doing, because it's basically just Facebook for business people who have egos. It's just like they stalk other people.
I have 6 connections.
Yeah, I don't want connections with anybody. Fuck that. Like, how do you make connections with people? I call them and talk to them.
Well,
I meet them in life. I just fucking...
It's why I deleted Facebook, because I wanted to try to get in touch with people I knew and liked as friends in high school, and every single one of them tried to get me on multi-level marketing schemes.
Yeah.
Every single one of them. They were like, hey, I've got a Scentsy candle store, and I'd be like, no, they sell those at the supermarket.
Now we'll have a meeting on why we all spend so much time in unnecessary meeting and don't get anything done. Exactly. Yes, dodication, verb, modern Mike English, the act of kowtowing to a management style so bad it gives you Forrest Whitaker eye.
Ooh.
Yes. That sounds like a good one for that one Jackbox game we like.
Oh yeah, dude.
Dictionary or whatever.
Dictionarium. And yeah. I'm gonna say this, man. Forrest Whitaker owns the shit out of that eye, and he's so good at it. They put him in that Star Wars movie, and he was awesome.
Mike, in my head, my canon, the last thing Kobe heard was the pilot saying, "Don't worry, I got this, Kobe."
Oh no!
Oh my God, this is perfect. Oh, that sounds like a joke I would have made. Hell yeah! High five, Taylor. It was good. Not good. It was a bad joke, but like I appreciated it.
The best jokes are often from tragedy, and they often combine timing and tragedy to equal humor. A human emotion.
One of the things I was a bit annoyed was when they required me to know VBA for project manager job, and then you never need it through 2 or 3 years of being employed. People who viewed your profile also viewed your lunatic ex-girlfriend's estranged father's profile. Great, not sleeping tonight. Yeah, that's exactly one of the reasons. Like, I remember it was 2000... I want to say it was like 2011 or 2010. I was still in college, and no, it was 2010. I was still in college, and I was like, everyone's like, get on LinkedIn, get connected, network, and all this stuff. So I was like, okay, get on Facebook, network. So I'm like, all right, cool. I did. I never took them seriously. And I remember on LinkedIn, it linked me with my ex-girlfriend from when I was in 2005, when I was like just starting college. Because I went back to college in 2009, if you guys wanted to know. Because after the Army, I joined the Army in 2007, so 2005 was the first time I ever went to a college. And I was only with that girl for 6 months. She ended up having to move away, so it didn't really work out. We never talked on the internet, and somehow it connected me to her, even though we were in completely different fields. And I'm like, all right, that's fucking creepy. I'm like, no thank you. I went in there, I deleted everything as soon as I could. It wasn't like we didn't like each other. We still had contact on our phone, but I never put LinkedIn on my phone or anything. As a matter of fact, I remember I had one of those old, not a Nokia, but one of the off-brand ones. And I was like, no thank you.
LinkedIn is so bothersome because I had it for a while, but it connected me with people that were not my field, not related to my field, and a bunch of recruiters were like, hey, we see you're interested in the following things. Would you like to work in a call center? And I'm like, no, I would not. And I got all sorts of nonsense for jobs and a lot of scams.
Text selling scented candles sounds like a Text Talks ad waiting to happen.
Oh my God, scented
Donkey Punch Bandits. Thanks for the courtesy.
Scented candles from the BattleTech universe. Heatsink overheat cinnamon with a hint of scorched pilot.
This one's called Capellan Depression.
It's just lavender.
It's just lavender. Yeah, no problem, Kat. Hey, look, if you're not using LinkedIn for actively looking for jobs, then don't just turn it off. Don't block all the stuff you can. Hide that shit. Just it's an unnecessary spy tool. I get like it's not like just bots or advertising spying on you. It's people from your previous job who are using it as a way to kind of compare their own. Like, that's toxic. Just get rid of that shit. You don't need it. You have a happy life. You already have a hard enough time dealing with shit in your life. You don't need people from your past digging up like where you're at now and what you're doing. That's just nonsense. And don't do that yourself, because that's torture.
Yeah. That's the problem with social media. Is instead of connecting us, it allows people to portray.
Ooh, I like that. What is that?
That is the awesome axe. That is a power axe.
Ooh.
And I'm going to give it to that lady. If I can...
You need to transfer some of these gems to her inventory.
No.
Stop. I get it. It's a trash panda run. You have to hold on to everything. But she can handle it.
She can hold my gems for now. But what I'm saying, in all honesty, is it's like the issue I have with social media is it should allow us to connect with each other, share with each other the goodness of our lives, our insights, our philosophies, our kindness, and our compassion. But instead, what it does is it becomes an endless game of keeping up with the Joneses and comparing your successes with other people's successes. And it becomes this endless march of relentless comparison, and it's just not healthy. I mean, I don't do social media. My sister says, you never talk to me. And it's like, yeah, I don't do Facebook. Call me on the phone. Don't text.
Yeah.
Call. Let me hear your voice.
Yeah. Roroni, thank you for the courtesy. Also, Imperator Lizard, thank you for the subscription, for giving money to Mr. Bezos and his giant fucking Scrooge McDuck thing that he dives into. You know he does.
Oh, hell yes.
They're like, you can't do that, you'll die. And he's just like, well, I ordered them to be soft.
I have 8,000 clones. And the day will come when I will activate them. They're like, no, Bezos, no.
Blaine says, I would go with War Crimes Vanilla. That's a good scented candle. Battletech candles, now in Kurita, Seppuku, and Steiner Subtly. The smell of Maximilian Liao's dignity, unscented. A lot of people know a lot about Battletech here. Discount Dan candles made from cockpit leftovers. I'll put a wick in anything. You can trust me on that. Yeah, you aren't fooled because Tech secretly binges on social media. But he cleverly goes by the alias Trashy McPanda Dumpster Dwarf. He's clever like that. It's true. You caught him. You got him. There it is.
You know what's really, really funny? Is
No.
I have a Twitter.
Yeah.
There is the Black Pants Legion
That's like
Twitter,
the only social media you've got.
and the YouTube.
Yeah.
And the Twitter is used for shit posting and memes. That's it.
Heal yourself.
I have no ability to do so.
You don't have any fucking potions? What's that on your belt? Is that a healing item?
No, that is fatigue.
Oh, dude, what the you gotta go out there and pick up some roots, man.
No.
You gotta put them roots together. Gotta rub some dirt in it, quite literally. Social media. Let's gamify your life until you hate people you don't know for reasons that we cannot articulate. Thus, when the politics goes wrong, we can go after people we don't know for the power
And I died!
Fire suppression system scented. That's a good one. Powered hammer when you have to really ask them the question.
I agree. Now, but no, the thing is I don't like social media, and I don't like what it does to people. Because the internet should have made the world a happier place. It should have.
I don't think the world was a happy place to begin with. I think it just put a magnifier on that.
Yeah, that's fair. It's just I think.
I think our worlds at one point were because we were younger. Was much more.
When you're young, the method of happiness, the method of acquiring happiness, that dopamine threshold, is like really small. You know what I mean? Like when you're a kid,
Riding a bike was so thrilling. Just
dude, drinking like garden hose water.
Yeah.
You know, where you're just like, oh, I don't have to come inside. That's like the taste of freedom is
Yeah.
garden hose water.
If we drank garden hose water right now, you'd have to take us to the hospital.
Yeah. Because we'd just be like dead. We would be like, oh my God, I think I have listeria. As a kid, you could fight all day, all outside, fucking wipe out on your bike, need like skin grafts, and you'd go inside and be like, Mom, I skinned my knee, and she'd spray Bactine on it.
Yeah.
You know?
Here's some Neosporin. There you go.
My mom used to have Bactine.
Nothing like
iodine.
Neosporin to make your wounds all greasy.
Ugh. Is that all it does?
No, it's actually good for it. It's just I always like she put so much that it was just like my knee would be a giant ball of grease, and then she'd put like a giant gauze pad on. I'm like, it's just a scrape.
It sounds like a really fucked up Victorian era disease. I've got greasy knee.
Oh man.
All right, now
my terrible childhood makes my adulthood look amazing. Another win for iMed. Yes, Listeria is a great scent for a candle. Cookie Mama says, I still drink garden hose water, but it's directly from the house. That's how you know it's good. Cookie Mama's the kind of person who probably has filters on like her actual plumbing. Like all of us like living like fucking caveman.
Whoops. I set her on fire a little bit.
Remember the first 5 minutes of the internet when the ICQ was polite, Slashdot told you everything of note and tech, and Alta Vista found what you wanted to know? Well, yes, I do. But I only wanted to know one thing when I logged onto the internet. How to beat fucking point-click games. I'm like, walk-through website, game facts before IGN bought it.
One of my favorites was, I remember in the early days of the internet, my aunt showed me a hilarious thing. I'm not sure if they're still around. There was a search engine called Dogpile.
Yeah.
Because none of the search engines were really good, so it used all of them at once. So you'd search for something, and back then it would like cause your browser to break because it would launch all this stuff. So you'd search it, and it would say, here's the top 5 from Yahoo, here's the top 5 from Alta Vista, here's the top 5 from Lycos. And it would just go and go and go. And it was so fucking stupid. Oh
man, I remember I remember there was a time when searching for things on the internet was actually a job, because finding things on the internet was hard, and they actually paid people to do that. It was quite insane.
That's because metadata back then was just question mark.
Yeah. Greasy knee, you say? Off to Australia you go, pleb. Yeah, you're like, I saw you drop that handkerchief off to Australia with you. All those like people getting sent to Australia. Yeah, Dogpile was awesome. Cookie Mama remembers. I grew up in a house with actual dirt floor and an actual moss holding the roof tiles together. I feel rich now with internets and carpet. I feel like the loss of sulfur iron in my water has made me less of a person. Ha, 90% of my job is looking for things on Google. The other 10% is depression.
I think that's a lot of people.
Yeah. Everyone's job at this point is just like, how do I do this again? Well, I mean, that's the idea behind the internet is you don't have to have every single bit of knowledge because it's not possible.
The one thing the internet
you can look up, like, how do I do a thing that, shouldn't even need to be done?
Searching for problems and answers on the internet has taught me one thing.
Yes.
You want to hear it?
Yeah, we're listening.
None of us is as dumb as all of us.
Yes.
Because you'll sit, like, one of my favorite things was where someone went through Yahoo Answers and just that how our baby formed, how girl get pregnant.
Yeah. Well, those are good questions to ask if you don't know. It's better to learn them instead of going, fuck it, I'll wing it.
Yeah. Maybe ask a doctor. Or a
I'm
medical
not against
professional.
people looking up things like if you're looking up something simple on the internet because you don't know. I'm never going to.
No.
hate on that.
I'm not going to shame someone for that. I'm just worried their first step is to go to the internet. Like,
Yeah,
they'll
there
be
needs
like,
to be a website that's more generalized that people can trust. That's like not just because people are like, well, it's on Wikipedia, so you can't be true. I'm like, well, look at the fucking links that's on there first.
It's not only that. It's like
what sites are they referencing?
well, it's like look at WebMD.
Mm-hmm.
You put things into WebMD, you'll be like, well, I have this, I have that, I have this, I have that, and it will go thinking you have lupus. And you're like, no, it's not lupus. And they're like, cancer? And you're like, no. Why?
Because that's what the algorithm found would be able to make the most money for people.
Well, of course. Because they're not gonna go to the doctor for it's a hangnail. They're gonna go to the doctor to find out if they have cancer.
Well, Kyrogul says the internet taught me how to cut up a rabbit. Yeah, that's pretty useful.
There's a lot of interesting how-tos on the internet.
The one thing I absolutely hate about working from home due to COVID is it's so much easier to fall into unpaid overhours. Oh, yes.
Yep.
I am going to be very vigilant as much as I can be.
Oh, God, yeah. I mean, that's one thing I learned is you're sitting there like, fuck, it's been a 12-hour day, motherfucker.
Yeah, if it reaches a certain hour and I'm not on the clock, I'm going to be like, that phone call will not be picked up. Send the email. If that email is labeled urgent on fire, I will consider it. I'll be like, all right, I'll at least look at it. But okay, and then if it's something I can deal with tomorrow, I will. But yeah, I learned my lesson a long time ago not to overdo myself for people who don't give a fuck.
Oh God, it's the hallway.
Here we go.
Fuck. All right.
This hallway in particular is very interesting. As you can see, he's already pulled out his traps scroll, which doesn't work.
Yeah, I was hoping in that 1% chance. All right, I'm just running.
All right, you hit one. You hit one. That's one. There are so many traps in this one hallway. It's ridiculous. Especially right before the door.
Yep, I know. Believe me, if you had trap sense on, you'd be like, holy shit.
The game would just make that noise.
It would lag. There's so many traps. I have no idea how.
This is a gauntlet.
Oh, dude, you're hearing them trigger. Oh, God. And some of them will just kill you.
Yeah.
Yep. This is a horrible fucking gauntlet.
Kevin's like, I'm at this point working from home. Hold on. I'm working from home that I think I'm getting paid for my personality because I don't do jack shit.
That's nice.
That's nice, though. I guess. I mean, I think if you have a job where you can just sit back and be comfy and still do it, and do it well, I think it's a pretty good job. I don't like jobs where people try to constantly look over my shoulder and see if I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah, that sounds like you have a shit boss.
Yes. Kevin's like, it's kind of nice. It's customer service with no customers. Hell yeah, dude. Oh, there's an entry for BPL syndrome on WebMD.
No.
Expected further symptoms will include desires to drink whiskey, shitposts about folks claiming to be old-school gamers, mocking anyone named Mike about their haircuts, eating from buckets of survival food, randomly digging through dumpsters for tools, allying yourselves with stray dogs, and allying yourself with stray Virgils, anal leakage.
Oh, well, yeah,
I could definitely vouch on the anal leakage. Somebody in this room has what would you describe?
I fart.
It text farts. And I don't mean like farts and, it's like, oh, that's funny. I mean, text screams out of his ass. Like, it sounds like a woman being strangled. It's like, I'm like, oh my God, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm like, do I have to get a shovel? What's happening?
Just admit you're impressed.
I am. His farts are like super loud thunderclaps. However, I have him beat because I can melt paint off walls.
Everyone farts. The
yes,
one thing,
and it's different for each person.
The one thing that makes me mad more than anything is when people are like, "Oh, I don't fart. Farting's rude." And I'm like, "You motherfucker. You're that guy who farts in an elevator and goes, "Oh, who microwave fish?"
People who pretend like they don't fart, hold it in until they get home, and then it sounds like someone taking a long blow through a tuba. God.
The people I've met who are like, "No, I don't fart." I'm like, bullshit.
Tex has farts that sound like a Ferengi in danger. Yeah.
You're not wrong. See, she can make healing salve. We don't have any of the things.
No, because you're not picking flowers like you should be.
I hate flowers.
You pick trash. You pick up trash and make Molotov cocktails, which have helped you out immensely. You're just doing this till Virgil hopes. You're hoping Virgil doesn't pass out, but he's going to pass out if you keep doing that. He healed you for 8 points.
Good enough.
Oh, there you go. One went off. Nice.
Thank God.
Such a low chance.
Such a low chance. All right. In the future, I will pick flowers, but not today.
Listen to the podcast episode discussing tabletop games where you could 3D print an army. There's an indie game called Revelation Skirmish, which is mechs, tanks, and infantry, and you can either buy printed minis or buy the files.
See, now that is cool.
Yes. That's exactly what we described for that would work best for Games Workshop.
If they cared.
Oh, they don't.
No, they don't. They love money. Okay, I'm about to... Yep.
You died.
All
Too many
right.
explosions in that hallway.
Dude, this hallway is nothing but traps.
Bully Snake says, I don't suffer from lactose intolerance. Everyone around me does.
Oh, my God. That was the thing. Stagger visited, and he's like, was there milk in that? And I'm like, yes, it's cream. And he goes, oh, man, I'm lactose intolerant. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and then he complained about your farts.
Yes, he did.
Tex farts a lot, and so Stagger was just like, what the fuck? He kept looking at me, and he's like, why do you normalize this behavior?
Why do you normalize this behavior? Has 8th drink of the day.
Yeah.
Okay, see that box? That box is a fucking trap.
Oh, it's not a trap.
Everything leading up to the box is a trap.
I know.
I might make it.
No, you have 1 health point. Let's see if you can get to the door. I don't think you can make it to the door.
Shut up.
I think the arrow's going to hit you.
Shut it. Shut it.
Okay.
We're gonna...
Check. Does Jaina have anything in her inventory that you might be able to use?
No.
Oh, that's right, because you never put anything in there like I keep telling you to.
I gave her all the weapons.
Yes, you need the space because you keep digging in the trash.
I can't help it.
Yeah, I know.
It's a compulsion.
Yeah.
All right. No more.
You're like, all right, I got this.
All right, I'm trying so hard.
Can you make the others move for you? No, I don't think you can.
I think there is a way to command them, but it's not especially effective. See, I can go,
Walk. And then you pick hit walk. No?
No, shit. That's gonna kill me.
Yeah, that's pretty potent right there.
Oh my god, poison level 87.
Oh, speaking of games, Dropship Commander, Andy Chambers is part of the team. Found out about this weekend.
I'm so excited. Andy Chambers is great. He's a great man. Fuck. It's time to run.
Stagger is a good dude. He's
a great guy.
Yeah.
He was a great guest to have. Stagger was fun all last week.
And this weekend we're gonna have Tom Bombadil,
the current mayor of the Black. Oh fuck!
Current mayor of Black Pants Legion.
Current mayor.
He's gonna come over here and drink a 40 on stream.
Is he?
Probably.
No, because he's coming in on a Friday.
Oh.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. We'll
He'll
see.
definitely drink one on a podcast.
Yes. I'll tell him to save one for a podcast. That'll be fun.
Just 140? Oh, no. No.
I bought 2 40s for Tom.
You know how much they were? $2.75 a piece.
Quality beer.
Yes. So how are you supposed to do this?
Okay.
Yeah,
as a
like
magic user, you use the detect magic scrolls, or as a tech user, you build the goofy gadget to find stuff. I've done neither because I've gone into gunsmithing. That, or you do neither and you just brute force this whole thing.
Yeah, you need something to assist you in finding the traps. You also need something to disable them. Now, you can do them yourself if you have trap disarm, but
I've been seriously hurt, sir.
heal yourself,
Please
you
help me.
fool. You're the one with magic. Can you hit wait here? Can you rest?
No, otherwise I would.
Oh, that would be excellent.
Yeah, you cannot wait here. Yeah.
I think that whole door is just covered.
Let's test that theory.
How?
I'm going to walk along this wall.
The last time, yeah, there was an explosion that killed you.
Wow. Yeah, there's traps everywhere. This whole thing is just a shotgun of traps. This is Minesweeper.
There's a trap detection rod. Yeah, Stagger is a podcast natural.
Oh God, he was hilarious.
Yeah.
We have two podcasts with Stagger, and they're pretty fucking funny.
Do they make 40s of anything besides High Life? Well, yes, they do.
Yes, they do. Ask Tom.
Tom is from Michigan. And
Tom loves King Cobra malt liquor.
yes. Tom's also a race car driver, a real one. And he is quite hilarious. You bought a lot of fiber. I'm assuming you did that for him.
No,
Oh?
did it for me.
I don't think so. I think you did it to build up the farts. I think you're gonna try to gas Tom out of here. I don't think that's possible. Oh,
I made it.
somebody else is still stuck though.
It's Virgil. He'll be fine.
He's just tired.
Oh, Jesus.
Save it on a different game. There you go. Just in case.
Trap house.
There we go.
All right, here we go.
Why have you come? I will not go. I will spit on the judgment of the Wheel Clan. Elven pawns. It comes to this, it does. I am ashamed for myself and my kind, I say.
I don't understand. I'm only here to find the Black Mountain Clan.
Betrayal it was, myself, clan of the wheel, betrayers of all, sent to despair without the hope of return. It was Stenar and the boy, Stenar and Bates. We all paid for the burden of shame.
Who are you?
Gudmund Orbender of the Mountains Black, I am shamed betrayer, but not. I did what must be done. I alone stood for the right. Yours is not to judge mine, is the hardest judgment of all.
Where is your clan?
Gone to the despair, an island of death and hate, the unholy place of judgment.
I don't understand what you're trying to tell me.
Gaze upon the pillars of truth for your answers. Too long has my mind been consumed with my traps and those waiting for me to slip and show weakness. They are here, you know, waiting, hiding in the shadows.
So you've been down here for 70 years laying traps and waiting?
My traps keep me safe. Our homes must be protected to the end of days, much evil afoot.
All right. I can see I won't be getting much from you. Good day. I'm going to go read this pillar.
It says, I am not proud as I set this down, but it must be known I, Gudmund Orbender, have rejected the judgment of the Wheel Clan, the banishment of the Black Mountain Clan to the Isle of Despair for crimes against the Dwarven world, namely the sharing of technology with humans, is a more graven offense than that which it purports to avenge. I commit to stone the judgment on Loghair and his clan, blinded in their madness to the extent that they would allow the elves to force their hand. The day the elves came, led the warrior betrayers of the wheel, was the day my destiny was writ upon this stone. Gudmund Orbender would never be banished by the hand of an elf, no matter what untrue judgment of guilt were handed down. The voice of reason, usually so clearly heard by the dwarven kind, was shunned when it cried out to drive the human from our ancestral home. The Bates child sold the dwarven birthright to the world, and was he the charge of Stenar, so must be the guilt. The day shall be remembered for all the days of the Orbender, when the proudest of the clans may be forced as sheep into a circle of banishment created by lowly elves, while warriors stand and do naught. The Orbender must reject all that his dwarven bones will him to do, and as there is much, as there must be one to stay and make record of this, the most evil of days. I scream for my brothers to fight the unfair judgment of the clan of all clans. I scream at them still.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to ask him questions, and he's going to talk about
Loghair's the leader of the Wheel Clan.
And the elves did this, and elves, which elves? The elves are elves. All elves are same. Got it. All right. What are you trying to say? Good day. A few more questions. Tell me about the Wheel Clan, the clan of clans. Got it. Good day. So,
yeah.
He has made his position known. And now I must make my trek out of here.
Always loved how your character's response to NPCs' rants is literally the equivalent of some food delivery guy. Like, brah, I'm just like here to deliver your zap.
Yeah, I just want to leave. Why are you so difficult? Why
just
must
pay me.
Yeah.
Pay it in the app. What? Pay it in the app. I don't want your don't give me your money. Pay it in the app. All I got is cash. I don't want to touch your fucking bra money. Put that back.
I don't want any wet dollars.
Oh, I was paid in wet bra money. And I looked at the lady like she was insane. And she was like, "What? What?" I was like, "That was just in your bra. I'm not touching it."
Ah, damn it.
And so she just threw it in my cash register like a fucking basketball player.
Kobe.
Pretty much. Like, I wasn't, like, mean about it. I was just like, I don't want to touch your bra money. She's like, "No, I'll throw it in there." I'm like, "All right, cool." I, like, turned the cash register around and just fucking flicked them in there. I was like, "Close enough. I don't need ones."
All right. We have to be careful as we leave out of Trapsylvania, which I hate.
The Wheel Clan connected to the Baron Clan, which is turn connected to the Axel Clan, which is then connected to the Steering Rack Clan.
Crazy dwarf shit.
Draconathes, thank you for the courtesy. Cash is cash, dude, except when I work in retail. It's not my money, so I'm not touching it. All right, Red Castle, you have a good one, man. Canadian money is plastic. You just wash it off. That's true, but I still don't want to touch it.
Let's see if one of these will work.
No luck.
One of these surely must work.
Tex, what if the player character from Far Cry 5 went deaf in a chopper crash so he can't hear anything that Joseph Seed is preaching at him? What if he just turned the radio off?
That would be so fucking funny. But that's not what happened.
No, it's like this guy's ranting to you on the radio and your guy just goes, "Okay, guess I'm just going to let him."
Yeah, guess I'm just going to let this asshole yell.
Clan Wheel Weasel challenges you to a trial of possession for all your novelty gears. It's true. That would be a very steampunk battle mech.
Yeah, he won't say anything else. Damn him.
Does he have anything good on him?
Not really.
Okay.
No, he does not. But I have a magical trap.
So what this means is that you cannot really get through this area without dying.
I can. It's just going to require a lot of safe scumming.
That's a lot. Are you thinking you can build that thing?
No. I cannot. Sadly. I don't have the levels. Ah! It hurts. It hurts my bones.
Well, we can call it here.
Ah! So frustrating. Give me one more try. One more try.
Don't go that way.
Ah!
I remember that bomb being there.
It's Minesweeper.
I know.
Hey, but at least I'm outside now.
Hey, they wrote rest in peace.
Ripperoni and pepperoni.
Yeah.
Oof.
All right, I think that's good. Anyway, we'll return on Wednesday with more Lower Bow and the Dagger of Amun-Ra, where we listen to great voice acting done by people who clearly know how to do that.
My name's Laura Bow.
I'm a reporter.
We are gonna power that.
We tried. This game is just a lot. Although the first part of that last one we played was just like, talk to everybody. Thank you, Mushy Broccoli, for the courtesy.
Yeah, we tried so hard.
Yeah, but we'll be back on Wednesday with Lower Bow and the Dagger of Amun-Ra. Someone took the dagger. I think we sold the dagger when we were like in the gift shop originally.
Yes, we did.
I think that was the original dagger, and it was like not made in Philadelphia. We're like, oh, that could be it.
That could be it, man.
Anyway, that's pretty much it for me. I got to get to bed soon, so you guys have a good night. And I will see you Wednesday for the next Hertz Fun. Take care.